Hi, nice to see you guys again. I'm Lee, the host of Yield Chief Sports. First off, the ones that saw my last video for the Kentucky Derby, thank you very much for watching that. That was actually my most watched video by far and away that I've ever put on. So it makes me feel a little bit better that I'm getting the content seen. So thank you so much. Please do subscribe to my channel as it's a little bit of a refresh. So I'm just kind of starting this out again, and yeah, so let's continue where we left off. The Kentucky Derby didn't quite go our way. We did get stuck in the mud with Sotogake rather, excuse me. He finished sixth, had a terrible start. I saw the jockey had a chance around the turn, but Mage actually just passed right by him. So no excuses there. He just wasn't good enough. So that was a little bit of a disappointment. Our second choice was Disarm, and he ran a good race. He finished fourth. But the pace was blazing. Our third choice was a horse Verifying, who we thought were going to go to the lead, and did go to the lead, but with blazing fractions like that, everybody that was in the front, it was going to be a closer. So I did not have Mage. So we are going to see what we can do for the Preakness. A completely different race. Out of all the Triple Crown races I've seen, the second leg jewel, which is this Saturday, the Preakness in Baltimore, Maryland, I have never seen one horse being Mage, the Kentucky Derby winner, facing all new rivals. There's not even one horse that is racing from the Kentucky Derby. I mean, that is unheard of. I mean, this is a grade 1. It should be a grade 2 at best. Terrible race, and there's 8 horses entered, and this is only Monday night when I'm recording this California time, so we still have another 6 days to go. Let's hope there's no scratches, because we really can't afford to have those right now. So with the 3, I was going to do my top 3. I mean, there's 8 horses. I'm going to do my top 2 with my lukewarm 3, because I just think that's the best way to do it here. My third most likely winner in this race is actually going to be the Kentucky Derby winner, Mage. He ran a great race in Kentucky, but it's a fatigue factor. I kind of pictured this being like Always Dreaming in 2017. He just got beat by the fresher horse that day in the Preakness, and he finished out of the money. Mage may finish out of the money, but I'm going to put him third. So I am not picking the Kentucky Derby winner to repeat. Just too many fresh horses in this race, and I don't like it. It's a track he's never been on. It's his second race in 2 weeks. There's just too many fresh shooters in this race that a lot of them are not great horses by any means, but it's just more of a fatigue thing, which matters to me. So I'm not picking Mage. He's my third likeliest winner in this race. He's not going to have the pace. It may be a decent pace, but he's not going to have the flying fractions like he had in Kentucky. So do not expect him to repeat that trip. So once again, I am not picking Mage to win this race. My second likeliest winner is a shame that I heard Disarm was skipping this race, but you know, this race might be a tad short for him anyway. But I'm a fan of Steve Asmussen. Last year he had Epicenter with Joel Rosario. They teamed up. They finished second in the Derby. They finished second in the Preakness. They're back here again with Red Route 1, who is improving. He had his best race last time out in the Bath House race. So that's what they call it. It's a very interesting name. Yeah, Bath House Row, LS. That was first. That was in April. So he's 10-1 morning line. He may get bet down to 8-1, maybe 7-1. But I like, it's the same combination that they had for Disarm, but since Disarm is going to be postponing until the summer, so he's off the Derby trail, Joel Rosario and Steve Asmussen are teaming up with him. No, he is a closer, so he is going to need a pace, which he may get. Sometimes with these Preaknesses, you know, you get a horse that comes flying at the end, and you know he's not going to have any traffic trouble. You know, he's one of 8 horses. Red Route 1 is going to be my second most likeliest winner in this race. I would not be surprised if he stole the race. He did not look that great in the Arkansas Derby, but if you look at his past performances, he's getting faster every race. And Steve Asmussen, he wants to get one this year. He finished fourth with Disarm, in the Derby. It was very respectable, but he wasn't going to top the top 3 finishers that day. Red Route 1 is going to be my sleeper pick for this. I'm not saying he's going to win, but I'm going to have him in my exactas. He'll be my second most likeliest winner. So number 5, Red Route 1, my second likeliest winner. My winning horse here, I don't see how he loses unless he just has a terrible break or whatever. First Mission, I don't think is going to lose this race. He was first in the Lexington. He is lightly raced. He has Luis Saez on board, which is Brad Cox's right hand jockey, if you will. He has been pointing to this race all along. If you do not play First Mission, you're being foolish in this race. I think he's the best horse in the race. He had a 106 buyer in the Lexington Stakes, and he's been pointed towards this. So First Mission is going to be my hands down pick, and I wouldn't be surprised if he won it easily. So to recap my selections, my winning selection, not a lot of money in this race. 5-2, which I think he goes off a little lower than that. He may be the favorite. I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up being the favorite. First Mission, number 8, with Brad Cox training, Luis Saez in the Silks. Morning line 5-2. My second choice is going to be number 5, Red Route 1, Steve Asmussen's trains. Joel Rosario is going to be in the Silks. And then my third most likeliest winner is actually going to be the Derby winner, Mage. But I wouldn't be surprised if he finished out of the money. Typically, just to kind of, it's a short field, so I can kind of make at least an 8-minute video out of this, right? My issue with Blazing Sevens is, and I know Chad Brown has had some success skipping the Derby and put his horses in the Preakness. He's won it a few times. He's won it last year with early voting. He's won it in 2017 with cloud computing. I just don't think Blazing Sevens is good enough. It's as simple as that. He was third in the Bluegrass. He has not won a race since last year, if that's correct. Yes, it is. He hasn't won a race since last October. He's ran 3 times since. Best he has been third. I just don't like the horse. I think Chad Brown is over his head with this horse. I'd be surprised if he won. So last year I loved early voting. He was definitely the horse I liked, but I don't like his horse this year. I don't think he's good enough. I've been wrong before, but I want to see it to believe it. So to recap my selections, and I know Coffee with Chris is the local horse. I don't think he's good enough, but there was a few years ago in 2019 when a horse named Eberfast was a big long shot, and he was a local horse, and he came in second. So you never know with these races. But I'm going to stick to my guns. First Mission, Red Route 1, and Mage. That's my top 3 in order. Best of luck to all the wagerers out there. Obviously, these videos are for entertainment purposes only. Please do subscribe to my channel, comment, and let's have a little fun and have a little mint julep. Even though that was 2 weeks ago, so I think we have the Black Eyed Susan. That's the drink of choice for Saturday. So let's hope for no more scratches, because that was a disaster 2 weeks ago. So thank you very much. Please do subscribe to my channel, and we'll be seeing you next time. Thank you.